Hello and welcome. We are Bleeding Tree Gaming. I'm Amy, aka Warpfiend, and I'm joined by.
I am Tammy, aka the Autumn Witch.
And today we're all excited about the Warhammer Day previews that are coming next Saturday. So we're going to have a quick talk about some of the leaks and the rumours and things that we'd like to see.
Yep.
So, without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Onward.
Okay, so Warhammer 40k, obviously we've had a lot of big reveals for Warhammer 40k this year with the new edition and then the Tyranids and the Space Marine codexes. But next up on the codex list, we have Admech and the Necrons. Now, it looks like they're going to be getting one of those FOMO boxes that's got a mix of new and old models, which will be like the first place you can get these new models. And there's going to be a new Admech character. We've only heard that it's an Admech character and it's got a large gun, or it's on stilts. There's been a few different things thrown around. I think Valrax shared a few videos about it. So yeah, the Necrons are supposed to have a few models. Now, two of the names that are being thrown around is Imhotep the Stormlord and Orican the Diviner. And both of those are quite old models. This is Imhotep here, you can see.
Yeah.
And it's it's a lovely model, and I think it's ripe for kind of converting to the new lovely plastics.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting choice going for Admech and Necrons right after Tyranids and Space Marines.
Yeah, it is, especially Necrons being like last season's big bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and they got quite a hefty range refresh last edition. So yeah, I mean, is it new units or are we just looking at upgrades of some of their older stuff?
I haven't heard any mention of new units, but all I've heard about is new characters. There could be new units in there, but there's no news on them out, so we'll be holding out for that. The other thing was Traz in the Infinite is obviously one of the most famous Necron characters, if not the most famous Necron character, and he hasn't had a new model yet, so that's another possibility, but no one's been able to confirm that. So again, we don't know, and it'll be interesting to find out. Imhotep and Orican, they're both like good characters. They've got the following. They've both got nice models for the time. Yeah, looking forward to see them. Now, on top of that, we also have the Dark Angels range refresh, which is due next year, but there may be a chance we see some of it now. And that range refresh, we're going to expect to see stuff like Deathwing Terminators, Ravenwing Bikers, some of the characters getting redone. I'm not an expert on Dark Angels characters other than like Azrael and the Lion, but
yeah, I mean, well, as most viewers will know, I've been working on my own Deathwing army using the current kit. So anything that's sort of Primaris wise, I might, look into, but Terminator wise, I've got 3,000 points of Deathwing Terminators.
Probably won't be picking up any more anytime soon.
I probably won't. I'd like to grab the Lion at some point, but the Lion's already out. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I just kit mashed my own Belial, so
nice.
Yeah.
So if you've just started collecting Dark Angels, you might want to hold off till this drops. It should be early next year. I believe we got it on the Codex roadmap. But otherwise, yeah, that is all the 40k stuff that we know about. There could be completely different stuff, and we have some wild cards coming up later, so we'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Next up, Age of Sigmar. Now we know Dawnbringer's Book 3 is due by the end of the year, I believe. Flesh Eater Courts are also due their new battle tome. Obviously, they got a character in the last one, but there has been these leaked new Crypt Ghoul kit, which has been going round, and I've put the sprue up on screen here. So we know that's coming. There's also been a character for them called the Summer King that was teased in the Dawnbringers books. So that could be at the same time. This could be the next big Age of Sigmar release. There's nothing else that's been rumoured as being before this. So each Dawnbringer book is also going to get things for other factions as well. So you probably might get some single units. You might get some of the regiment box. Well, you definitely get some of the regiment boxes. Khorne's rumoured to be involved in that, whether getting one of those regiment boxes or getting some new models or whatever, we're not sure. And also we could see the Christmas boxes, which are rumoured to be Seraphon, Slaves to Darkness, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, and Soulblight Gravelords. We interesting to see those.
Do you love a Christmas box?
Especially since my brother started collecting Seraphon recently, and my sister-in-law has started on Soulblight Gravelords, so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, Age of Sigmar, there's no other big things coming down the pipe. Dawnbringers is the big thing now, and Flesh Eater Courts is obviously like the last battle tome to come out in the current edition. So
yeah,
we're not expecting to see any other big shocks from these.
No.
Moving on, we have the Old World.
Yay, Old World.
Woo! Now this release is drawing closer. There's been people saying, I don't know if this is confirmed by GW, but by the end of the year we're going to get rule sets for it.
Yeah.
And we should see a new model or two in the preview. Maybe some more concrete details on when exactly it's going to drop.
Yeah.
So we've seen Bretonnians and Tomb Kings so far. So we could see some more models of them. Some classic ones updated, like maybe the Green Knight for Bretonnian, or I've completely spaced on his name. The not the Silent King, but the Tomb King one. It'll come back to me at some point, probably after the podcast finished.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it wasn't really my faction, so I can't help you out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that we'll get like a list of what kits are being re-released as well as the new ones.
Yeah. It would be nice. We could see some other new kits for other factions. Empire, Kislev, and Greenskins are probably the ones we're going to see next.
Yeah.
I don't think they've been working on any dwarfs, so sorry to all the dwarf fans.
I want dwarfs, damn it.
And I don't think they've been working on any elves.
Everyone needs to go back and watch my Old Hammer for the Old World Dwarf video from last week, because I painted up some really nice old ones.
Yeah. Cetra the Imperishable, that's the Tomb King guy I was thinking of.
Cool.
So, yeah, it could be any of the number of those. There's no actual starter box, but there's a large number of kits being re-released, along with some new ones and the updated rules. They've also said we're going to see some of the box sets from past editions might come back, like the Island of Blood and stuff like that.
Which I still have the elf side of, mostly unpainted, so I will probably crack on with those once we know when it's coming out and we can have a game.
Perfect. Well, looking forward to playing this. It's been so long now. It feels like ages we've been getting the previews about it, but yeah, finally here, 8 years after the end of the original Old World. Okay, so moving on, we have Kill Team. Now, we have some pretty solid information. No pictures, but everyone seems to be convinced that this new Kill Team season that's coming is going to start off with a box set that's Striking Scorpions versus Space Marine Scouts. This is going to fit the pattern that the other boxes have had of you have a new kit,
and then an
new kit, and then a kit with like upgrades that weren't there before. So yeah, since the Space Marine Scouts are already out, and they would be
are they already out?
I thought they came out with the Space Marine. If not, they've already been shown and they're coming out soon. But there would be an ideal unit for having, you know, all your comms specialists, stuff
Yeah.
like that. They feel like that's just a perfect fit for them. And of course, striking scorpions. I think everyone's really eager to see more of the Eldar aspect warriors after we
Oh,
got the
yeah.
Howling Banshees and the
Do
other
you
one.
love the whole aesthetic of the striking scorpions? I mean,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
was the last time Eldar actually got a new unit? Not like a refresh of an already existing unit. When did we last see?
A brand new unit. Now, I believe in the last wave of stuff, there was a new type of jet bike that wasn't there before.
Mm.
It was the two-man variant or something with the Rangers. Now, that was a new one when they came out like 2 years ago. Was it
Yeah.
last year?
Uh,
How time
I
flies.
think it was. It wasn't 2 years ago, but it was like the end of like 2021
Fair enough, yeah.
or early 2022, something like that. But yeah, it's they get very little, very infrequently. So it's always nice to see the Eldar get some love, especially
Yep.
because of how well they tend to do in tournaments. They've
Oh,
been like
yeah.
one of the most solid armies over the last few editions when it comes to tournament rankings, and it doesn't seem like GW really wants to get as behind them as they could.
Very true. I mean, starting from the Ranger refresh recently, they've gone to, you know, there were always beautiful models back in the
Yeah,
past, but then time has kind of not been kind to them. But with the new models, they've started the beginnings of just like one of the most beautiful ranges in 40k. The new stuff has been, I believe.
yeah,
So yeah, they just need to keep on chipping away at it, replacing old units with new ones. Obviously, they're going to drag that out for the most profitability, I assume.
of course.
Yeah, the next Kill Team box, we've been rumored for a while there's a Space Hulk themed box. This could be how we get the Assault Terminators that were missing from the current range, well, not range refresh, but range expansion of
Yeah,
the Primaris range. Um, Not sure about it. Could actually be a game of Space Hulk, sorry, because that
it is
is
it's the 25th anniversary of Space Hulk next year, so
yeah,
I can see them doing a like a limited run of the latest version, or we might be getting a new version that also doubles as a kill team box, because Space Hulk is basically kill team but a bit more board gamey.
yeah. I'd be interested to see the new Gene Stealer kit with like an upgrade sprue. It'd be
Yeah,
interesting to see what kind of like biomorphs they could evolve.
yeah.
That'd be a fun thing.
And I think it would be a really cool addition to Kill Team to have the like the modular corridor section.
Yeah, that would be good. I don't think we're going to be seeing this Space Hulk at this reveals though, so I think
No,
we're probably going to see Striking Scorpions versus Scouts. So yeah,
yeah,
that's that one. Right then. So we've covered all the main categories, but one thing they always do at these reveals is have some kind of memeable pets. See, they had like the crew towns or the various cyber mastiffs, the crabs, all things like that. What faction out of the stuff we've discussed could possibly get one of those? The Necrons have already had those cute little plasma sites. Maybe it could be
yeah.
something like that. Maybe the Flesh Eater Courts could have some kind of tiny little minion or like a hound or something.
Like a little hunchback,
Yeah, that would be
like
good.
like Igor from Young Frankenstein
Yes.
with the
Um,
Marty Feldman eyes.
that would be cool. That would be cool.
I'd like to see Space Marines get some pets.
Well, yeah, they have stuff like skulls with dangly things, what they called.
Servo skulls.
Servo skulls. You'll notice my memory's particularly poor today. I'm having to remind myself of absolutely everything. Yeah, they have servo skulls and stuff like that. Obviously, sisters have cherubs. What would scouts have like that? It's interesting.
It would be really cool if Scouts had like a sniffer dog or something.
Yeah, that would be cool, definitely. Now
Like
there's
a
no.
recon pup.
I would like to see that, yeah. And it would expand to the range of robotic dogs in 40k, which is always a good thing. Yeah, there's no Underworlds release reveals, and there's no Warcry reveals this time. So that's usually where we get the pets there, or Kill Team.
Yeah.
And yeah, Eldar have Gyrinx, something like that. They're like the cat things. So it'd be cool to see one of those. I don't know particularly they'd fit in with a striking scorpion unit, but I'm sure they could use something. Maybe there's a scorpion in there. Who knows?
Maybe it'll be a Tomb King thing, and it'll be like a deified cat.
Okay, yeah, I could go for that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Right, so last thing, it's been 40 years of Warhammer, and all year they've been running these articles every week, showcasing different minis. Now we've got to the end of it. Warhammer Day is officially the end of the 40-year celebration.
Yeah.
Are they going to hit us with another reimagining of like a classic sculpt or piece of artwork?
Well, that's like their go-to. So
yeah.
I mean, looking at these images you compiled. I mean, most of these images you can, if you're very sneaky, find absolutely brilliant 3D scans of and 3D print them yourself.
Oh yeah, but I think everyone likes to see what they can do with the new plastic to these models and improve them, and how much closer they can get to the artwork.
The thing is, it's also the 30th anniversary in December. Actually, was it November or December? 30th anniversary of second edition, which is basically the first box set. So I'm thinking that the Space Marine dude that is based on the box art for
second edition,
the second kit. Yeah, I'm thinking that we might get like an updated version of him. I mean, the guy who's like, to the Tyrannid's right. Yeah, I think that would be a strong.
That would be amazing, and they've done nods to him in other. I think there's Primaris stuff that kind of echoes it, but not like an exact model or so.
Yeah, I mean, for the Rogue Trader anniversary, we got the Imperial Space Marine dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm wondering is that the last new Firstborn kit that GW released for 40k?
Could be.
That's what I'm wondering, because 2017, that was when 8th came out, so yeah.
Mind you, there were some Blood Angels towards the end of 7th edition, so I don't know the exact dates. But yeah, if we could just walk through quickly these ones I picked. Grom the Paunch, classic old world character. I think we've heard mention that he's in the time setting of the old world. Now, I'm not entirely sure about that. I know it's obviously like 100 years or so before the end times. But Grom the Paunch wasn't around for the end times, so it could very well be. They could save that for the invasion of Ulthuan when they bring in the High Elves. Who knows?
Yeah.
Obviously, the Space Marine Captain we've talked about. This is just a classic piece of art. There's many other Space Marines from the period, like maybe that Terminator Captain that was one of the first ones released. The Tyrannid Warrior, the old one, I've just finished painting up one of these old sculpts and absolutely love them. They're goofy as hell, but they've just got so much charm to them.
Yeah, they're the Turkey Nids.
Yes. And finally, we have good old Harry the Hammer, who was from the very first cover of Warhammer. And he hasn't had a model for, I think, early 2000s his last one was. So it'd be good to see him again.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's all we have for the reveals then. I hope you've enjoyed this, and leave us a comment if you think there's anything we missed or there's anything you'd like to see. We're going to be doing another show after the reveals to talk about what's been out, and we look forward to seeing you then, and you can let us know how we did.
Just be gentle. We're very, very delicate people.
Yes. Kindness appreciated, but if you can't manage that, we'll take comments and likes. Right then, we've been Bleeding Tree Gaming, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
See ya. Bye.